Hey there. Do you ever worry about making mistakes in English? Do you ever feel that you make far too many mistakes? I'm here today to tell you not to worry about the mistakes you make. People will understand. I know. I I feel that way with my Spanish. And I make mistakes. I make mistakes with verbs, but my friends, they understand and they help. They repeat back to me correctly, and slowly I'm learning. Today, I want to encourage you by sharing mistakes that native speakers make. We Americans who were born in this country make a lot of mistakes with our own language. So if native speakers continue to make mistakes, you have nothing to worry about.
English Without Fear, where you can learn to speak English naturally through listening to stories.
The first example of a mistake that Americans make a lot is between I or me. They don't, especially when you add another name. For example, Bob and I are going out for pizza. That's correct, Bob and I. Here's where Americans get tripped up. They stumble. The waiter brought Bob and I pizza. That's what many will say. The waiter brought Bob and I pizza, but that's not correct. It should be the waiter brought Bob and me pizza. And the way we teach fellow Americans how to know the difference, whether you say Bob and I or Bob and me, is that if in the second sentence, the waiter brought Bob and me the pizza, if you remove the name Bob, then you have the waiter brought me the pizza. And if that sounds right, then you know it's Bob and me. So, Bob and I, when you're at the beginning of a sentence, and in the middle like this, the waiter brought Bob and me the pizza. One example. The mistake that bugs me the most when I hear fellow Americans make it is when they get wrong fewer or less. For example, I will hear Americans say, that dress cost less dollars. No. If you can count dollars, then you say fewer. If you can't count something, then you say less. I have fewer dollars, I have less money. That cake, that chocolate cake has fewer calories, less fat. You can't count fat. You can't count money. You can count dollars, you can count calories. So, fewer calories, less fat. Anyway, that bothers me when I hear Americans say that. Americans should know better. My third example is something that I really worked on with our own boys, our sons. It's the difference between good and well. I hear Americans use this incorrectly all the time. When my boys would come home from playing sports, I would say, "Oh, how did the game go?" And they would say, "Oh, he played tennis really good." No, he played tennis well. It was a good game of tennis, but he played well. You play, you do, you eat, you drive, you do an action, and you do it well. But to describe a book, it's a good book. It was a good movie. That was a good dinner. So, well is to describe actions, and good is to describe things. And I drummed that into our boys because that bugged me. Here's one that tripped me up when I started speaking Spanish because I assumed it was the same in Spanish as it should be in English. But Americans get this wrong in English. It's the difference between that and who. The man with a baseball cap who is smoking a cigar, not the man that is smoking a cigar. When you have something living, like a person, you say the man who. When it's not living, like a book, the book that I liked. The man who, the book that. I hear people get that mixed up all the time. Now, again, with all these mistakes, the listener knows exactly what you're talking about. Most Americans don't even pay attention. They think it sounds normal because they don't read a lot. You have to read a lot in your own language in order to know how to speak and write correctly. That's my theory. Spanish tripped me up because they say K, K, K for even persons. Like, I wanted to say can. Like, I've had to learn it's not the same in every language. So, in English, I corrected my students if they were speaking English. I taught French. I would correct them. No, it's the boy who, and it's the car that. Now, here's one that even I mix up, and I had to actually look online to see what the rule is. It's the difference between which and that. So let me give you an example. My car, which Bob gave me, has a flat tire. My car, which Bob gave me, has a flat tire. Okay. The basic sentence is, my car has a flat tire. That's a normal sentence. I add the detail which Bob gave me, but it's extra information. When it's extra information, you use which. Now, when to use that? Here's the example. The car that has the broken mirror is mine. I'm giving you information that's very specific. The car that has the broken mirror is mine. For example, if we're walking in a parking lot and somebody says, "Where's your car?" "Oh, the car that has the broken mirror, that's mine." That's when you use that. You need that information. It's essential to the meaning. Now, all these things, my purpose today is not to teach you grammar. I don't even care if any of this sticks. It probably won't, because we know that for language to stick and get inside of your head and your heart, for you to use it without thinking, you have to hear something and understand it lots and lots and lots and lots of times. So I just want to encourage you not to worry about making mistakes, because these are some common ones that Americans make all the time. And that I only picked out 5. I picked out 5 that were easier for me to explain. I happen to value in my fellow Americans, I value good writing, clear speech, the proper use of words, the use of correct grammar. I value that for native speakers. And I sometimes will judge my fellow Americans when they speak poorly, like they should know better. That guy's a lawyer. He should know better. Anyway, I don't want you to worry about making mistakes. I'm learning not to fret, not to worry about making mistakes. Let's just open our mouths and speak and communicate. And our friends will be patient with us. No worries. Well, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you keep learning English. I hope you enjoy it. It's meant to be enjoyed. Okay? Talk to you next time.
Thanks for watching. For questions or comments, here's my email